Hi, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to be colouring in my Johanna Basford's Magical Worlds. I've already got my page picked. This little floral floating island thing. I'm going to be using my Prismacolors. I've got 4 little sets now. The landscape set, under the sea set, the normal 24 set, and the highlighting shading set. So they've got some really cool colours in them. So between those 4 tins, which I will eventually get organised into a pencil case one day, I'll be doing this, and possibly afterwards, when I've finished everything, I might actually just drag in some watercolour to help me do the background on this, because it is such a large area and it's depicting it at night time, so I don't want to have to colour all that in by pencil. That would just take too long, and where my patience very, very thin. So I'm going to pop you over to time lapse and we'll get this started. my colouring in, and in my watercolour palette I've got some Prussian blue, ultramarine blue and some raw umber, and I'm just gonna fill in the background with the watercolour paints. I'll pop you back into time lapse for that so you can just watch along, otherwise it'll be rather boring of me just sloshing water and paint around. So I'll get on with that and I'll see you guys at the end of that. There we go, all done. You saw towards the end that I did introduce one of my Albert Dürer watercolour pencils just to give more of a darkness and depth to underneath this little flower floating island thing. The paper was starting to turn into paper mache, unfortunately. It didn't like the watercolour paints much at all, but you know, you get that. It is a colouring book, not a painting book, so to be expected. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think, and I'd really love it if you could please at least like or even subscribe. Let me know if you guys want to keep seeing these kind of videos. So with that, I shall catch you guys in the next video, and have yourselves a great day. Bye.